everyone, it's Trena at John's Furniture Repair and Laura from Laura Becker Glass back in the shop together here. And we are working on this beautiful little child's rocker, and it's a wicker woven piece, and it's complicated and it needs a lot of repair and it needs a totally new weave. So Laura, what do we think about this piece?
Okay, well, we've spent some time studying and we see that there are two different sizes of reed. So we've ordered everything. We're ready to go. So we're just trying to figure out order of operations here, where to start. Because once I take it apart, it's up to me to put it back together. So the seat is separate and the whole back is one piece and it's all woven together in the front. And there's a little bit of detail here. We'll have some photos so you can see that.
Yeah.
So just trying to figure out where to start, and once everything's soaked, it'll be nice and pliable and I'll be able to weave it.
So I'll show you a couple of close-up details so that you can see how bad it is before it gets really awesome.
And the bottom's really cool.
Yeah,
so that gives me a little bit of a worry. So we'll study that further before we take it apart.
We don't always know what we're doing here. Just figuring it out as we go.
Perfect.
It's very brittle and very old. So everything's just breaking.
And all the nails are rust.
Yeah, rusted nails. Don't keep your heirlooms in your garage, people.
Please don't.
All right, so Laura's done all her work on getting all the bindings and wrappings off of everything and the weave, and there are some issues with the frame that I'm going to deal with before she goes ahead and does the nice weave back on it. Obviously this we saw first has come apart from here, and this piece is split, so we're just going to glue that back together here and reattach that part. This piece we're going to replace. Now I could have ordered stuff from Frank's Supply, more rattan bamboo sticks to repair this with, but because there's only a couple things missing, it doesn't really make sense to make an order and pay shipping to get it over here. So I'm just going to use wooden dowels to repair the areas that we need. And this one here is broken as well. So I'm just going to get some epoxy going and do some repairs and then give it a good wash to get all the dust and everything out after it's glued up, and it'll be ready for the new weave. All right, so we've got a million little repairs on this thing. You can see where there's little tape, there's little splinters, added epoxy in areas that were kind of splitting but weren't broken. Just reattached everything everywhere. Mainly the arms needed a lot of repair. And we need to put new pieces on just this side where there was missing supports. So we've got those all in. It'll be a lot more sturdy when all of the epoxy is dry. I've got the rockers off because it's a lot easier to work on the weave for Laura with those off. So after it's dry, we'll give it a little bath and sand any pointy little epoxy pieces, and it's ready for weave. All right, so we got it out of the clamps. Everything is sturdy. All the pieces, I actually did end up replacing that piece. Didn't glue up very well. Should have done it in the first place, but whatever. It's all good now. And just some glue globs. We smooth them off. They'll get covered with lots of weaving. So it's on to the magic worker. Take it over, girl.
Got it.
All right, so now that the rocker is off to Laura to do her magic, we did glue up a couple of areas that came apart. I could not get the nails out, so I kind of just had to make the break and fix it afterwards. But knowing these needed a heavy sand anyways, that's okay. They're really weathered and water damaged and stained, so we're gonna give them a pretty hefty sand, and we're just gonna keep them natural, I think. I'm not completely decided yet. We'll see what the weave looks like and how it looks like together. But I'm gonna use some 120 on the sander and just sand these guys down. Okay, so I've got these guys all sanded up. I think it looks like mahogany to me. It's a little bit softer, and what I did notice, and you probably saw as well, there are some wormholes in a couple areas. Through the tip here, there's a couple, and in the center of one of, I think this one here, we've got a couple, and generally mahogany is not super great for using as a rocker, which they get a lot of wear, but I don't want to replace them because they are original to the piece, and it is quite old. So what I'm going to be doing is running a wood hardener and pretty much soaking these guys with this product just to help where it's been damaged a bit, and even to harden the bottom, mostly where it's going to get a lot of wear. It is a child's rocker, so it's not going to be heavily used, so that is good, but still we want to just protect it. So I'm basically just going to pour this stuff on there and just pretty much drench them with this product. And you've probably seen me use this before on punky wood from exterior wood projects like doors and stuff. And it's just gonna soak this stuff up because this is such old dry wood too. So that's good. I want it to soak it up. And once it's all cured, I will sand it again. And I don't think I'm going to be staining because this wood is really deep already. So yeah, it's totally mahogany. So I'll do the other one, and then these can dry overnight. Hey everyone! So at this point, I'm going to hand it over to Laura to finish her beautiful weave on this little rocker. And you're going to find this video on her channel, Laura Becker Art. Click right here. And also in the description below this video, there'll be a link to go to her channel as well. And at the end of this video, on a little thumbnail, you can click as well. So thank you so much for joining us so far in this short beginning of this project. And join her on her channel, Laura Becker Art, to see the rest of this beautiful project. Cheers!